Okay, guys, before we get too deep into the video, I just kind of want to, give a little warning. Since I haven't done a video like this in a little while now, just kind of bear with me if I stutter or do anything of that sort of nature because, I just haven't gotten, I need, it's going to take some time for me to get used to talking about movies again. But here we are. The 355. So the 355 is a spy thriller, kinda? It's a spy thriller very much in the same vein as Jason Bourne or the 007 movies that have been coming out recently. It's a spy thriller pretty much in the same vein as those movies. Only difference between those movies and this movie is this movie kind of feels a little meh almost. And when I say meh, I'm not really saying the movie's bad. I actually really enjoyed this movie quite a bit, especially for it being a January release. But the reason I say meh is because we've seen plots in spy movies that the 355, is essentially just repeating. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you've seen the 355, essentially what's going on is there's this chip that basically has, the capability of controlling any piece of technology in the world. Anything from satellites, cell phones, computers, hell, probably even nukes if they wanted to. It's been stolen by a shadow agency, and the only people that are standing in the way between these guys and World War III are 5 females. And they all kind of come from spy agencies of their own. They don't really trust each other, but they come together to fight a common enemy. So now they gotta bust the bad guys, get the chip, and, stop World War III pretty much. That's the movie. Now, does that necessarily mean that's a bad thing? No, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing at all. It just means we've seen plots like this over and over and over again. I could probably name 20 other spy movies that I've seen that have probably done this exact same thing a little better. I don't know. The whole thing just kind of felt repetitive to me. It felt like I've seen this done better in a better movie, and it just didn't 100% work for me. Also, the pacing of this movie. Holy fucking God, man. The pacing of this movie is just all over the fucking place. I mean, throughout the entire movie, they jump from one location to another location, and then all of a sudden, they're in a whole nother fucking location that they weren't in for, but that they weren't in. Then they just magically transported to fucking China, pretty much, when they were just in North America. It's almost like the writer or the director was just trying to get the plot moving along as fast as they could so they could get to the cool shit of this movie. So what about the action? Oh God, the action. I'm not going to say it's the worst action I've seen in an action movie or a spy thriller because, believe me, I have seen some shitty fucking action in some movies that are trying to be way cooler than they think they are. The only really bad thing I can say about the action in this movie is that the camera is just all over the fucking place, man. Like, I haven't seen shaky cam this fucking outrageous ever since Snake Eyes, which came out last year, I think? You know what I'm talking about. The shaky cam. Essentially, that's where they go. That kind of shaky cam. I don't know, it's just like during certain action sequences in this movie, I had to blink a few times because the camera was moving so fucking quick. I was starting to get dizzy from the shit, man. And look, I'm not saying shaky cam doesn't always work, but in a movie like this, why do I need shaky cam when I could just have one steady shot of someone going through a room and just fucking mowing down dudes and just going to town on people, man? But no, there's like one scene in this movie where one of the chicks has a dude by his collar, and there's like 3 separate takes on when she shoots the guy from like 4 different angles. It seems fucking pointless. I don't know, man. Just have like some fucking consistency in your action sequences. But for the good amount of action that they did do, I will say about 80% of it was pretty well choreographed and was pretty well shot. It's just the few little situations where they had a lot of shaky cam really kind of annoyed me. Kind of steering back to the plot a bit, I don't know what was going on with the bad guys in this movie. They reveal who the bad guy is pretty early on in the movie, but they kind of set it up as like a plot twist almost. But like I said before, I've seen movies like this before. So before they even reveal that this person is the main bad guy, you already have him made before they even get to the reveal. I don't know, just kind of ruins the tension a little bit. I will say though, there was one moment in this movie where I was biting my fucking nails. Like, I won't say what exactly happened just for the people who haven't seen the movie in case they want to go see it, but there's a moment in this movie where something really fucked up happens, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, it was that fucking intense. And kind of back to, this movie being all over the place. There was one point during the movie where I thought there was like fucking 5 acts. I don't know why I thought there was 5 acts. The movie would get to a certain point where it felt like it was going to end, but no, it kept going. And then something else would happen, and then it would keep going some more. And I'm like, okay, I think we just entered Act 3 like 3 times already. But by the time we did get to the final throwdown in the movie, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, this being a spy thriller, the spy espionage stuff is the highlight of the movie. So are the characters. I mean, I can't even really say anything bad about the actresses or the characters themselves because, I mean, they all did a pretty good job. Jessica Chastain, she's, the main chick, pretty much. She's the one that leads this little group of fucking super spies. Even the characters kind of feel like, reuses of other characters from other spy movies in a way. Jessica Chastain's character, she's very invested in her work, and that's really all she really lives and breathes is her work. She's got nothing else going for her and no family, pretty much. I think the other blonde chick, I think she's played by Diane Kruger. I think that's how you say her name. She's got a bit of a shady past, but, sports a heart of gold, so... You got the tech-savvy one played by Lupita... Fuck, what's that girl's name? I'm sure I'll remember her name at some point. It's been a long week, guys. And then, of course, you got the other one that's just kind of there to be there. Like, it's obvious that she's not built for the situation or wasn't trained for the situation that the characters are in, but she's kind of there anyway. Every single one of those characters that I just described can be traced back to other spy thrillers at some point. I mean, you look, like I said, you look at the Jason Bourne movies or you look at the 007 movies, every single character I just mentioned is kind of a blatant ripoff of other characters from better spy movies. And I'm not saying this movie's bad. I'm not saying that in any stretch of the imagination. It just, it was the first movie of 2022, and I guess I kind of expected better. But then again, this is January, so I mean, I guess I just kind of expected a little too much. Also, this was actually the first time I went to the theater with a notepad and actually took notes while watching the movie just to prepare for this review. And it looked like the biggest dumbass on planet Earth, just whipping out a fucking, notepad every 5 minutes and writing something down. It was really weird. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. I kind of want to go back to that chip for a second. Because they establish in the movie that the chip pretty much can do anything in terms of technology anyway. I mean, throughout the entire movie, there's tons and tons of motherfuckers going after this thing with the intent of selling it off to the highest bidder. So, they can make a quick payload, and whoever the hell buys it can, cause world chaos pretty much. Okay, is that one spoiler? This is that one spoiler that I'm going to give out. But there's a scene in the movie where they're watching the news and a bunch of planes in the Middle East are going down. This is right after someone gets the chip. So essentially, if you have the chip, basically all the technology in the world is yours to control. So nukes, jet planes, technology, cell phones, computers. You want to hack into the U.S.'s military network? Here you fucking go. You want to fuck with Russia? Well, here you go. That chip's a little fucking doohickey, man. Alright, guys. You know what? I think I'm going to wrap this up because it's 11:08 p.m. right now. I have been up since 4:30 a.m. this morning, and I'm fucking exhausted. So I'm sorry if this review seemed a little lackluster. Like I said at the beginning, it's just going to take me a while to get back into the groove of this because part of me going and seeing this movie is I'm going to start going to the movies more and seeing new releases. That way I can kind of keep up with all these other big YouTubers who are reviewing these movies. And, it's no secret to anybody that I do want a career in film one day. Maybe this is the start of my ticket there. Guys, in the end, the 355 was not a bad spy movie. I know it seemed like I ragged and dogged on it quite a bit during this review, but I promise you, I did not hate the movie. If I truly hated it, you guys would know. As far as I'm concerned, this is probably a good movie you could probably take a girl to see. If you guys are both into action movies, take her to fucking see it, man. She'll get a kick out of it. With that being said, I'm going to give the 355 my good, but try harder next time rating. Alright guys, that is it for the 355. Thank you guys so much for, tuning in and listening to my thoughts on the movie. I'm really hoping this does become something down the line and that I can continue to make videos like this, and, maybe this will expand into something really good. I mean, who knows? I'm just gonna have to get used to talking to a camera every once in a while, because, it's not as easy as people make it look. It definitely is not. I've had to genuinely think about what I'm going to say before I get on camera. And a lot of the edits is because I've been stuttering throughout this whole fucking video. I mean, it's going on about 17 minutes right now, so it's about 17 minutes of me actually stuttering, and about 50% of it is just talking. Quick thing before I go, though, I'm going to post 2 separate videos to this channel just to kind of explain, what's going on with it. I think the first video is essentially just going to be like an introduction to the channel, and I'm going to tell you guys more about what my goal is with this channel. And then the second video I'm going to post is essentially going to explain my new rating system, because I've come up with a whole nother rating system for this for this channel and how I rate movies. Like for this movie, I gave it the good, but try harder next time. That means I didn't hate it, but I feel like it could be better. You know what I'm saying? So, just keep an eye out for those 2 videos, and yeah, that's all for 355, guys. Anyway, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, this is Nathan Triner. I'm saying peace, and I will see you guys next time for more Fire Forged movie reviews. Peace out, everybody.